Guys, it's almost the end of 2019. Oh my goodness. Can you guys even believe it? Like, this year has just flown by. I feel like it was just like so quickly, like it's just flashing by in a haze. So I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag today because I want to talk about all the stuff. We have about another month and a half left, and that's actually less than a month and a half left. Like, what am I talking about? We have less than a month and a half left until we reach 2020, and there's still so much left to do before the end of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the questions for the end of the year book tag. Question number 1, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yeah, there's still a few. It's in the middle of November. So in anticipation of The Witcher, I started reading The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski, and this is the very first book in the Witcher series, and I'm about a little over 100 pages in. I'm still trying to get my bearings on with it, but this is one of the books that I really need to get to. I'm also in the middle of The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I'm only about 26 pages into it. I'm hoping to finish like this before the end of November because this is really beautifully written and very compelling, interesting stories in here. Not to mention, like, this bear dust jacket is just gorgeous as well. The other book that I kind of want to get to is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This is one I started last month, and I have to tell you guys, I am really struggling with this. Like, I kind of put it down and I haven't picked it up since like last month, and I'm hoping that I will have the gumption to continue on reading this because this is a very well-loved book on YouTube. And I really want to love this, but I'm struggling. I'm just hoping like that once I get 100 pages in, I will feel better about what's going on in this book and how it's written and the flow and everything else. The other book that I haven't had a chance to pick up yet, again, was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I did start this. I am about 56 pages in. I started it in October. I started it just before I had a lot of buddy reads coming up, and so I ended up putting this down to do the buddy reads that I had with a bunch of friends on here on the book community, and so I haven't yet had a chance to pick it up. And November was kind of my focus for new releases because so many new releases came out in November, so I kind of didn't like want to get behind on my November releases. So chances are I'll probably be picking up Ninth House again in December, and hopefully I will be able to finish it then. Question number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I think The Ninth House is going to be a great transition into the end of the year. I think another book, actually it was another book that I didn't get a chance to mention that I want to finish before the end of the year, is Capturing the Devil by Kerri Maniscalco, which is the last book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I think that is also going to be a great transition because since that is the last book in the series and it is the end of the year, I feel like that's going to be a great transition because this is a series that I have been kind of obsessing about for like the last 4 or 5 months, ever since I read Stalking Jack the Ripper, and so what better way to end a year than read the final book in a series that you really, really love. Question number 3, is there a new release you are still waiting for? There's a few at the time I'm filming this video. I'm still waiting for Starsight by Brandon Sanderson to come out. Queen of Nothing comes out this Tuesday. Well, actually it comes out tomorrow, which I'm really excited about because like I hope to read that one like right away. So there's those books, but there's actually only one December release that I'm really anticipating, and that December release is Reverie by Ryan LaSala. I want to read this, what this is about to you guys, because like I'm actually very excited about this. They basically pitched as Inception meets The Magicians in this wildly imaginative story about what happens when the secret world people hide within themselves comes to light. All Kane Montgomery knows for certain is that the police found him half dead in the river. He can't remember anything since his accident robbed him of his memories a few weeks ago, and the world feels different. Reality itself seems different. And when 3 of his classmates claim to be his friends, and the only people who can tell him what's truly going on, he doesn't know what to believe or who he can trust. But as he and the others are dragged into unimaginable worlds that materialize out of nowhere, the gym warps into a subterranean temple, a historical home nearby blooms into a Victorian romance rife with scandal and sorcery. Kane realizes that nothing in his life is an accident and only he can stop the world from unraveling. So I have been waiting for that book literally all year. Reverie is like going to be like the grand finale for me for releases, and I've already got pre-ordered, and I am so excited that this is going to be coming out because, oh my god, like it just seems so ridiculously amazing, and I cannot wait. Like I'm like at the edge of my seat, super excited for this. And so there's me just getting really excited about, you know, books again, because, you know, that's different for me. Question number 4, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So once again, the Starless Sea, Ninth House, I don't really have 3. Like, I have a lot of books that I want to get to before the end of the year. The Last Wish, which is the first book in the Witcher series, Capturing the Devil, Reverie. I still am really wanting to get to Winterwood also by Shea Ernshaw. Like, there's just a lot of books. Like, I didn't get a chance to read Sorcery of Thorns yet for the year, and I kind of wanted to get to that before the end of the year. So there's just a lot to get to before the end of the year, and I'm going to be like doing a ton of reading, I hope, before the end of the year, and trying to get through as many books as I can before we get into 2020. Next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Once again, I mean, maybe The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. I, unpopularly opinion enough, am having a little bit of trouble getting into this. I know a lot of people really love this series, but for me, like, the writing is a little dry, and because there's so many short stories in this, I'm also having a real problem like with feeling like I'm getting a bunch of characters dumped on me that I have no time to really get a chance to be involved in. The only like character like that I can really get involved in is Geralt, and he's the main character, but like, I mean, I kind of like side characters too, so I'm kind of personally like struggling like with this a little bit, so I'm hoping like that this really turns around for me and gets better. The other book that I'm hoping like surprises me is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, once again, because I know that this is so well loved, and I don't feel like it's well loved on YouTube without justification. I feel like there's got to be a reason like why this book is so well loved, and why, you know, like people just can't get enough of this book, and why we've been talking about it for like the last couple of years, because this is such a popular thing. But I'm hoping that these 2 books are the books that shock me and become my all-time favorites before the end of the year. Last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2020? Yeah, I actually have. I'm working on currently planning for Vlogmas, and I'm going to be having like a ton of videos discussing like the series that I really want to read and the individual books that I hope to get to. And I'm also going to be attempting a bullet journal in 2020, and I'm hoping like that'll help me get better at achieving the goals that I had, because I feel like 2019, like I did a terrible job on achieving all the goals that I set for myself. So I'm hoping like that by writing them down and having them in my face, like, you know, every day, like when I first open, because I'm going to be putting all of my goals at the beginning of my bullet journal, so like that I have to look at them every time I open it up. And I'm hoping if I do that, that it will be a constant reminder like that I still have all of this to do. So I'm hoping like that, you know, I'll get better at that. There's still a lot of series that I hope to get to next year. There is a lot of individual books like that I didn't get to this year that I really want to get to. Some of those books is I really like want to read the Renegade series, like now that it's complete, I would really like to get into that one. I would like to finish reading the Witcher series, proceeding that I end up loving this book. I'm going to also, and even if I don't love this book, I think I'm going to attempt the next book just to see like if it's growing on me, because I know this is another well-loved series and I really want to love it, and I'm really dedicated to investing time in it, to hopefully loving the series after I get into it. So yeah, there's a lot that I have left to read, and I'm just making a lot of reading plans regarding like that. And a lot of those videos will be coming in my Vlogmas videos, because in the next few days I'm going to be probably filming like a good 10 or 15 videos so that I can start editing for Vlogmas, because you guys are going to be hopefully getting one video every day for 25 days. And there's going to be a mixture of like maybe Disney stuff and book stuff and just a lot of festive stuff, and also like the end of the year stuff and everything. So those are my plans, not only for the end of the year, but it's also going to help dictate is going to be coming up in the 2020 year to come, with everything that I plan on doing for this channel and for my reading plans and everything else. So stay tuned for those things. I'm not going to tag anybody in this video. It's getting to be like so late in the year like that I don't like want to put pressure on anyone to get this done before the end of the year. If you want to do this video, consider yourself tagged, and tell me in the comments below like if there's any books that you have to read before the end of the year, if there's anything that you're excited about that still has yet to come out, or like if there's any plans like that you've already made in 2020 that you have for reading plans or for plans in general that you're really excited about, or even even stuff that you're not excited about. Like, I want to hear about it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, hit the little like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell icon if you guys want to receive emails every time I post. And as always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys again very soon.